2017 was a record year for the Greensboro Police Department. Not the kind of record that you want in the books. There were 43 murders in the city, the most ever. But last year, 2018, that number of murders went down to 34. WFMY News 2's Jansen Silvers spoke with one man whose daughter was murdered in 2018 and has hopes for a year with no victims.
It's been extremely tough. You losing a child, period, but losing a child at 16 years old.
Sateria Fleming, or Zoe as she was known, was killed in March of 2018. One of 34 murders in Greensboro, and in the months since, her father has been trying to figure out how to move forward.
The fact that I'll never see her go to a prom, or the fact that I'll never see a grandchild, or I'll never be able to see her walk across the stage to get her diploma. Those are things that really hurt.
Fleming says 34 people too many were murdered in Greensboro last year, but he does take solace in the fact that number is down 20% compared to 2017.
Anytime you see crime go down, that's a blessing, because the reality of it is the crime is happening to our young people. If you eradicate a whole generation of young people, then what kind of future will this country have?
And as for Zoe Fleming's case, Shanae Moorhead and Haji Jackson have both been charged with first-degree murder in the case. Fleming hopes the case will move forward later this year.